Programme complete. Excellent lap. We're all very, very pleased with that one. Nice work. Come on, I'll see you back in the pits.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves once again of our top three. A Red Bull, Hamilton and George Russell. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. Welcome to not only the home of British motorsport, but also the birthplace of the Formula One World Championship. It's race day here at Silverstone, a classic on the calendar, and it's time for the British Grand Prix. With good opportunities to overtake at the end of the Wellington and Hangar Straights, there's a lot of potential for close action around the 3.6 miles of Silverstone circuit. With 18 corners and average lap speeds of around 145 miles per hour, it's also one of the longest and quickest circuits on the calendar. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. It's Red Bull on pole, and Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Russell, Sainz, Leclerc, Fernando Alonso, Verstappen, Norris, Gasly, Albon, Bottas, Ocon, Stroll, Oscar Piastri, Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Tsunoda, De Vries, Sargent, and Zhou Guanyu. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? Anthony Davidson, thanks for joining me once again for the Grand Prix. Now, can I get your take on Max Verstappen? That was a great podium in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
Oh, superb driving. That is the race win, my friend. Well done.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull today. Anthony Davidson, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
I feel like consistency was probably the key today. There's being quick, and then there's being quick lap after lap after lap. If you can do that, you can capitalise on other people's errors without making many of your own. And that's an approach that can push you a long way up the field.
Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win. Well, that lead at the top has somewhat shrunk today. Let's have a look then at the driver's standings. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
Max Verstappen seemed to just effortlessly weave through the other drivers today without a care in the world. He was definitely my driver of choice.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.